The Christmas tree. The Christmas tree is one of the most iconic symbols of the holiday season, but its origins trace back to ancient pagan traditions rather than Christianity. In pre-Christian times, evergreen trees symbolized eternal life, resilience, and renewal. Their ability to stay green through the harsh winter made them sacred to many ancient peoples. The Norse celebrated Yule around the winter solstice by bringing evergreen boughs into their homes to symbolize life amid the darkness. Also, in ancient Rome during Saturnalia, people decorated their homes with evergreen branches as a sign of hope and the triumph of life over death. The modern Christmas tree is often credited to medieval Germany, where trees were decorated as part of Christian celebrations. This practice likely evolved from earlier pagan traditions involving evergreens during the winter solstice. By the 16th century, Christians began associating the tree with biblical symbolism, such as the tree of life in the Garden of Eden or Christ as the bringer of eternal life. The Christmas tree gained popularity in the 18th and 19th centuries, particularly in Germany and Scandinavia. German immigrants brought the tradition to other parts of Europe and the United States. Today, Christmas trees are adorned with ornaments, lights, and tinsel. While their religious meaning has diminished for some, they remain a universal symbol of the holiday season. December 25th. The choice of December 25th as the date for Christmas has little to do with the actual birth date of Jesus, which is not mentioned in the Bible. Instead, it aligns with ancient pagan festivals celebrating the winter solstice and the rebirth of the sun. December 25th was celebrated as the birth of Sol Invictus, the sun god, in Roman Mithraism. The solstice marked the return of the sun, symbolizing hope and renewal. Various cultures, including the Norse and Celts, celebrated the solstice as a time of transition, emphasizing light and life overcoming darkness. As Christianity spread across the Roman Empire, church leaders sought to assimilate pagan traditions to make the new religion more palatable to converts. December 25th was chosen to honor Jesus' birth, symbolically aligning him with the light of the world and the returning sun. Reindeer and sleigh. The image of Santa Claus traveling in a sleigh pulled by flying reindeer is deeply rooted in ancient mythology and folklore. The concept originates from Norse and other Northern European pagan traditions, where animals were often associated with gods and their supernatural journeys. In Norse mythology, Odin, the Allfather, led the wild hunt, a ghostly procession across the night sky during Yule. He rode an 8-legged horse named Sleipnir, who could leap across great distances, much like Santa's reindeer. Children would leave offerings such as straw or carrots in their boots for Sleipnir, a tradition that evolved into modern Christmas stockings. The sleigh itself may have connections to Arctic cultures, where sleighs and sleds pulled by reindeer were practical modes of transportation in snowy climates. Over time, these elements blended with European folklore, creating a magical association with Santa Claus's journey to deliver gifts. The idea of Santa's reindeer, as we know them today, was popularized in the 1823 poem A Visit from St. Nicholas, commonly known as The Night Before Christmas. Mistletoe. Mistletoe, often seen hanging during Christmas, has its origins in ancient pagan rituals and mythology. In Celtic Druid traditions, mistletoe was considered a sacred plant, believed to have powerful protective and healing properties. Growing high in oak trees, it symbolized vitality and divine connection. Druids would harvest it during the winter solstice in elaborate ceremonies using golden sickles and ensuring it never touched the ground, as it was thought to bring blessings of fertility, protection, and prosperity. In Norse mythology, mistletoe played a central role in the story of Balder, the god of light. Balder was killed by an arrow made of mistletoe, but his mother, Frigg, later declared it a symbol of love and peace. This myth is often associated with the tradition of kissing beneath the mistletoe, symbolizing reconciliation and harmony. As Christianity spread, mistletoe's pagan roots were reinterpreted, and it became a decorative symbol of Christmas. However, the tradition of kissing under mistletoe emerged during the 18th century in England, evolving from its earlier associations with love and fertility. Santa Claus. Santa Claus, the jolly gift bringer we know today, is a blend of pagan mythology, Christian sainthood, and modern storytelling. His origins trace back to various traditions, with significant influences from Norse mythology, early Christian legends, and European folklore. Santa Claus's earliest precursor can be seen in Odin, the Norse Allfather. During Yule, Odin led the wild hunt, flying across the sky on his 8-legged horse, Sleipnir. Children would leave food in their boots for Sleipnir, and in return, Odin would reward them with small gifts. In medieval Europe, there was St. Nicholas, who became a central figure in Christmas celebrations, particularly in the Netherlands, where he was known as Sinterklaas. Sinterklaas rode a white horse, wore bishop's robes, and left presents for children. This version of the saint was brought to America by Dutch settlers, where he evolved into Santa Claus. The modern image of Santa Claus began to take shape in the 19th century. Clement Clarke Moore's 1823 poem, A Visit from St. Nicholas, depicted Santa as a plump, cheerful man flying in a sleigh pulled by reindeer. In the late 19th century, cartoonist Thomas Nast added key features, such as Santa's red suit, white beard, and North Pole workshop in his illustrations for Harper's Weekly. Santa Claus is now a universal symbol of Christmas, embodying generosity, joy, and the magic of the holiday season. The Yule log. The Yule log has a long and fascinating history rooted in ancient pagan winter solstice traditions. Originating from the Norse festival of Yule, celebrated during the darkest days of winter, the Yule log symbolized the rebirth of the sun and the triumph of light over darkness. The Norse would select a massive log, often an entire tree, and ceremoniously bring it into their homes to burn in the hearth. The burning of the log was believed to cleanse negative energy, bring protection to the home, and ensure good fortune in the coming year. The log itself was often adorned with symbolic decorations such as evergreen branches, holly, and pine cones representing eternal life and resilience. Some cultures would also sprinkle the log with wine, mead, or salt as offerings to the gods, invoking blessings for the household. The ashes of the burned log were considered sacred and were saved to protect the home from evil spirits and natural disasters, or to fertilize the fields for a bountiful harvest. When Christianity spread across Europe, the Yule log was incorporated into Christmas traditions, its burning reinterpreted as a symbol of Christ bringing light into the world. In many European countries, the Yule log became central to holiday festivities, with families gathering around the hearth to share stories, sing songs, and celebrate the season. In the 19th century, as fireplaces became less common, the Yule log transitioned into a decorative element, and in some cultures, it was reimagined as the bûche Noël, a rolled chocolate cake shaped like a log. Gift giving. The tradition of gift giving during Christmas has roots in both ancient pagan practices and Christian symbolism. Long before Christmas, gift giving was a central part of the Roman festival Saturnalia, celebrated in mid-December. During this time, people exchanged small items like candles, figurines, and food as tokens of goodwill and to strengthen community bonds. In Norse Yule celebrations, offerings were made to the gods, and gifts were sometimes exchanged to mark the solstice. These acts of giving symbolized gratitude and blessings for the coming year. With the rise of Christianity, the act of gift giving was reinterpreted to honor the Magi, or the three wise men who brought gold, frankincense, and myrrh to the baby Jesus. These gifts became symbolic of devotion, reverence, and generosity, values that were integrated into Christmas traditions. By the Middle Ages, gift-giving became associated with Saint Nicholas, a Christian saint known for secretly leaving gifts for the poor. This tradition evolved into the modern practice of exchanging presents, which grew especially popular in the 19th century alongside the commercialization of Christmas. Today, gift-giving remains a cherished part of the holiday, embodying love, generosity, and the spirit of togetherness, blending ancient customs with modern festive joy. Caroling. Caroling, the beloved tradition of singing festive songs door to door, has its roots in ancient pagan practices. Long before Christmas, pagans celebrated the winter solstice with communal singing and dancing to honor the changing seasons and invite blessings for the coming year. In particular, during Norse Yule and Roman Saturnalia, groups would roam their communities, singing to celebrate the return of longer days. When Christianity spread, these pagan customs were reinterpreted. In medieval Europe, caroling evolved into a Christian practice, with groups singing hymns to celebrate Christ's birth and bring joy to their neighbors. By the Victorian era, caroling became closely tied to Christmas,